right, guys, out with the blue one. And if you look over there, hello, Ricky. Ricky's the new race car. I'm here with Sean, who was from the racetrack, and we made a great trade. Sean was actually in an accident and messed up the front left fender and front bumper, and the insurance totaled it. So we were able to make a good little swap with some cash, and he's got him a clean title to get on the road. And then Ricky is our new race build. So you guys stay tuned for that one. What's up, FFR YouTube channel? It is crazy what some experience and doing something one time can make, because what took me probably a couple of weeks to figure out, I have now gotten this engine completely ready to pull in like a day, if that. And so I am stoked because I'm starting to kind of feel comfortable with getting around this car. Got both axles completely taken out, and the entire engine harness, throttle cable, master cylinder, shifter cables, pretty much everything tucked away and ready to pull this bad boy, because we're going to go replace the timing chain tensioner and make sure that the engine is still healthy. Just to recap, last time I was out on the track, the car got super hot, which we figured out was because the negative battery cable that goes to the ground on the transmission, actually the wire, I guess I hit something on the track and it pulled that out. And then I lost fans, the temperature skyrocketed, and then blew a radiator hose because of the temperature. It happened real quick, and I'm stubborn and made it to the end of the race. New rule for me is if the car gets over 230, 220 degrees, I am pulling the thing off the track, no matter if I travel 3 hours to a new track or if my family came to see me. I can't keep running these things hot and expecting something bad not to happen. It's kind of bound to happen when you get that hot. With that being said, we're taking the timing chain tensioner off. We're going to replace it and reset the timing because it jumped timing about 2 teeth. Hopefully we didn't, I took off the intake manifold and looked inside, and it doesn't look like the valves are bent, but we might end up taking off the head and looking at everything just to inspect it and make sure that we are good to go. Hopefully we just replace the timing chain tensioner, come back and get it set into time, and we're good to go. That would be the best case scenario. So stay tuned. I'll keep you guys up. So, engine is out of the car. There we go, better view there. Engine is out of the car. I got the idler pulley removed because it was like the bolt was stripped, so I couldn't push it back. So I just took it off and got the serpentine belt off. And so we are getting ready, or I am getting ready to take off the timing chain cover and look at the tensioner and hopefully get that changed. So we're hoping that it's just the tensioner that was messed up. So let's dive in here and take a look. So here we are. Timing chain has been taken off and got the cam caps and cams removed. So we might have to call it a night from here, just because I don't have any zip ties, and technically I want to zip tie these together because it's spring loaded in there. and so don't want that flying everywhere. But looks like we are slowly but surely getting there. I don't know if you guys can see in there. I think I'm not gonna be able to see, but we're about to take this off and see what it looks like. This is the second time I've done this, so I definitely know what I'm doing a little bit more here. Well, guys, it's just one of those nights. So I couldn't find zip ties, and you need to zip tie all of these together, basically because they're spring loaded and you don't want them to spring out. It just makes things a lot more complicated. So I spent an hour looking for zip ties / going to my house to look for them, and even went to Walmart to eventually get the zip ties, got that taken off, and I was like, yes, here we go. Now I'm ready to remove this head. Just got to get these head studs removed and we're good to go. Except for you need a 12.14 millimeter. Guess what one that is? I'm calling it a night. Not one of the nights for me. Taking too long for everything. We will wrap it up and come back to get the head off to make sure that, one, the valves look good, the pistons look good, and then make some decisions from there. All right. So here is the new K24A2 engine. I got this one picked up from my sponsors, 111 Salvage, and was able to take the other engine all apart. I think I've already showed you guys that. It's sitting back there. I got the transmission off. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put this one back into the car. I've already mounted up the alternator. I was actually able just to swap this front piece because these are two sections on the intake manifold for the K24A2. So I already have throttle body ready to go. I've got the automatic transmission plate taken off, and new bolts for the other flywheel are coming in because those are shorter for the automatic transmission than for the manual transmission. So waiting on the new clutch bolts and the new clutch, and then we will mount the transmission back up to this one and drop her in. This is definitely way quicker this time. I am actually having fun with this one. So, yep, step by step, we're getting there. So, got the new flywheel and clutch on, and went to bolt down the pressure plate, and one of these things snapped. So, I had my torque wrench set to exactly what I needed it to be at, and it wasn't clicking, so I'm not sure if, I don't know. I really don't even know. Couldn't even give you guys a reason, but all of a sudden I felt it snap and it broke within the flywheel. Thankfully, if you see here, I was able to roll this flywheel, let's see, over to where the starter is here. And then from the back side, I was able to screw that flywheel bolt out. I will take one of these tomorrow and try to see if I can get it a similar bolt at a hardware store, because these are a specialty bolt. It's a 12 point, so not a 6 point. Anyway, was going to try to get the sorry, I don't have good camera angles like Skylar. I was going to try to get the transmission all mounted up to the new engine again and get it dropped in, but we're done for the night. Can't run, I guess, 506 pressure plate bolts. I mean, I guess you probably could, but might not last very long. Anyway, that is it for tonight. you just saw, I got this engine put in, and man, that time lapse was like 39 seconds, but that actually took me a little while. I thought it was going to go a little bit smoother than that, and the reason being is that I had the jack stands at the front of the car, holding it up on that brace bar there, and I kept running into the jack stands. So had to take my jack up the side of the car, move the jack stands, then finally get the engine hoist in, and guess what? Got everything done, got the engine in, and I was like, man, I am so much more prepared for this time. And I forgot to post or mount the post mount, the side mount, and I'm going to show you guys that here. Such a rookie mistake, but it's the mount right here that actually holds the engine to the motor mount, and I forgot to mount that. So I guess I wasn't that prepared. So halfway through with the thing up on chains, I got the post mount put on and guided this thing down. I'm going to keep the chains on it because I still have to do the transmission mount, and I want to be able to take the thing up and down to get the bolts in easier. But hey, we're cruising along. Hopefully get this thing back on the track again.
All right, I'm just here with my buddy Leighton Michael. Say, hey, Leighton. Say, hey, Leighton, what are we doing? Washing the race car? Harper, you gonna come help us wash the race car? All right, we're getting it all ready for the track.
Well, guys, it's race day. Last minute decided to get the car going together. Next weekend is my daughter's birthday, and that is the last race. So I didn't think I'd make it, but I actually got the car all pieced together, and we are heading out to I-55 Federated Auto Parts.
All right, guys, out here at I-55, got vintage cars tonight. V-mods. Check this out. Super cool. Getting back to my car. I'm gonna go get the transponder on. Start 5th, heat 2.
Just remember, have fun. That's the critical thing. Well, yeah, you know.
fourth. Got, as you can see in the video, the race started fourth, went to the inside, got past, then passed another guy back. We went back and forth, doing crossover moves basically, and then another guy got under us both. So it doesn't have quite the pull down the straightaway, I feel like, than that other engine, but that might just be me. I threw it into the first turn. I didn't even get it to go out into hot laps, so I had no idea how it was going to respond. But had a lot of fun actually, because it was, you know, passing back and forth. And we'll see what we can do in the feature here. absolute adrenaline rush. Incredible race. I started 8th place, ended up finishing 3rd. So just to kind of go through that feature race, one thing is it was incredibly fun. Like I said in the previous video, I did not get out for hot laps, so I went into the heat not really knowing what to expect with the new engine again. The story of the night was kind of restarts. I got some really, some decent restarts, which was able to get me up in the field. I started out 8th. I think I jumped up to 5th in the first turn because of the restarts. Then I started like 4th or 5th, maybe even 6th, and jumped up to 3rd on the second restart. And on the last restart, actually started 3rd and jumped up to 2nd. But a couple of notes. One, the car was pushing like a dump truck. If you go look through the feature race, I just could not hold the car through the middle of the turn. Right through the middle, it just would kind of push straight up the track. Again, just pushing horribly. Unfortunately, I ended up drifting up into one of the guys that always races there, Bradley Stanfill, and that's completely on me. And I just couldn't hold it down. So I apologize again for that. But overall, fast car. We have to dial in the handling so that I can get through the turns. That last restart, I was actually, like I said, was able to jump up to 2nd place in front of Josh Hawkins, and he just kind of waited for me to push up. Plus, he's just quicker than me. But it was exciting nonetheless just to be up in contention with some of these guys. I think Josh said that him and the 15 car, the red car, David, are number 1 and 2 in the nation in points. And so to be able to go out there and be slightly competitive, at least be in the picture, I don't think I could have asked for anything more. So stay tuned. I believe that's going to be the last race of the season for me, other than maybe a special race. So stay tuned for some all-season build stuff, and we'll keep you guys updated. Like, subscribe, share the content.